Hello and welcome back to the Talos Principle, the Let's Play Blind with Rambler. Right then, I'm not going to start by doing this puzzle, which I believe is called the Hall of Windows. I actually thought it was called the Hall of Fame for a second there, I do apologise. But instead we're going to explore a few things. Now apparently, according to Halika, oh my god, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, my poor memory. Why? Why do you let me down so much? Urgh. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Right, I'm just trying to think now. What did Halika say? I can't remember. I can't remember what Mexander says, and that is that we can run, by the way. We do have a run key on the controller. If we press RB, we can run, which is quite useful, so I will make use of that. Thank you very much, Mexander, for telling me that. There are two QR codes that you can see in front of us that I completely missed in the last videos, so we're going to have a quick look at those now. I can't tell if the documents on the terminals are all that's left from a larger archive, or are carefully designed to communicate some hidden truth. Sheep V69 1.0162. Quite possibly Sheep V69, who knows. Don't worry, if you're anything like me, you just need to take your time and the solutions will present themselves. Mex98's V99. Mex98? Mexander reacts? Is there a connection? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, point being is that's very interesting. Right, okay, so thank you for that, Mexander reacts, for letting me know that I missed two QR codes there. You're very welcome. Now then, there's also another thing that Mexander mentioned, and I have sort of remembered what Halika said. But we're going to do what Mexander said first, and that is the water segment we did, where I missed what Elohim was saying because I stumbled too far into the water and then died. Apparently he does repeat what he says if we go deeper into the water, so that's what we're going to try now.
In the beginning were the words, and the words made the world. I am the words are everything. Where the words end, the world ends. You cannot go forward in an absence of space. Repeat. In the beginning were the words, and the words made the world. I am the words are everything. Where the words end, the world ends. You cannot go forward in an absence of space. Repeat.
Right, so it's just a repeated message then. Okie dokie then. So I take it that's a metaphor to say, you know, when he says you can't go forward in the absence of space, the fact that he then starts repeating the message and therefore leaves an absence towards the end of that sentence, and that it is a full sentence, but doesn't carry on with it, implies we cannot go any further forward. That is a shame, but thank you for that, Mexander. Appreciate the hint there. So there we go. I have actually now finally realised what it said. Halika, sorry, said that there is a QR code around here. No, Halika didn't say that. But Will It Blend has said that there is a QR code that we can scan with an actual QR converter. In other words, if you've got a device on you that can actually scan QR codes, I can actually use it on the laptop screen on that particular QR code, and it will actually read the QR code. It will give me what the QR code is saying. In other words, the message within it, because we couldn't see it when we actually looked at it. So that's kind of cool. I thought to myself, when I saw the QR code for the first time, the first QR code, that perhaps we needed some sort of device or something that could read QR codes. I know you can get apps on your phone that do that. I haven't got one on me at the moment, but I can get one and might do in the future to read that particular QR code, because we can come back and visit this place because of the temple has all those multiple rooms numbered from 1 to whatever. That's quite interesting, so thank you for that, but Will It Blend. He also mentioned that during the part 2 there was a computer terminal we were looking at, which on one of the messages we were reading, which I believe I've got journaled, possibly, I'll have a look. This one, in the second paragraph there was a load of numbers that I just sort of skipped over. Apparently that's hexadecimal numbers, which if I was to type into a hexadecimal converter, but Will It Blend actually gave me a link to a hexadecimal converter. I haven't used it yet again during this recording, but I will use it for the next video. Just a bit short on time tonight. Apparently that reveals us a secret message. It's quite interesting, so thank you for that, but Will It Blend. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. So I will do that for the next video, and I will let you know what I've found. I'm just desperately struggling to remember what Halika said. I am so sorry, Halika. Oh man, I cannot remember what you said. Oh, I remember. Yes, Halika said that that the QR codes, that's right, that have a name at the end of them, like Sheep V6910164, and there's another thing called 1W hash faith, which apparently means one with faith. The names of these personas, I suppose, that left these QR codes, and probably as well on the terminals, the ones who have left the documents with a particular sort of coded ID. In other words, they don't seem to have a name, they seem to have some weird sort of code as their ID. Apparently we need to keep up with those because they are characters and they do tell their stories or their version of events or their philosophies, etc. They are important, so we do need to keep track of these IDs because they do end up telling their own stories. So thank you for that, Halika. I'm sorry that I couldn't remember what you said, but right at the last second it came to me. So thank you all for your comments in the last video. I really do greatly appreciate it. It's fantastic. Please keep them up because there's going to be things I miss or forget. I'm that stupid. But yeah, please let me know because I would like to experience as much as possible of this game, but I will need your help with it because I am not clever. I'm a thicko and I do miss things just because I'm a thicko. Right, anyway, so this isn't the puzzle that we were going to start with. The guards must be crazy, but we'll have a look into it. Okay, maybe not. That mine or floaty mine thing is not happy with us. There is a jammer over there, which is interesting. I'm wondering. Don't think it can detect us via the wall, so that's a good thing. Right, I'm going to go. Run, run, grab the jammer. Grab the jammer! A space bomb the base. I'm not going to use it on that guard. I'm going to use it on the other guard. Run, 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 run! Yeah, easy as you like. Easy as candy. Easy as candy? Candy isn't easy. It's not easy on the body anyway. Well, in large doses. In small doses it's not too bad. But in large doses it wrecks your body entirely. Ooh, that's... Oh, I know what these are. These are the ones where you have to take the wall out and then it comes through the wall, then you take the jammer and then it rebounds off that wall again. Fair enough, fair enough. I got that. I got that. Just looking for anything secret, like another QR code or something. Anything that I could have possibly have missed. Maybe there isn't... I need to know if there are any sort of hidden secrets in these puzzles, like any QR codes or ladders that may or may not be there. If there are, please let me know in the future. You don't necessarily have to tell me the specific puzzles as to which ones or which puzzles have secret stuff unless you want to, in which case that's fine. But if you don't want to spoil it, I understand. I'm not pushing you for either way, but if some puzzles have secret stuff, let me know that there are some so I can be extra vigilant in the future. Right then, anyway, so let's wait for Mr. Guard here to go past the wall. That can't take it. That's actually kind of bad, so fine. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I know what the problem is. I need to take both jammers down. Oh, I see. Right, that be the problem. The problem is that I can't jam that one. I have to let that one go. Ooh, that's going to be problematic. Run. Ooh. Oh, I managed it! I managed it! Don't know how, but I managed it. Oh, I don't want to jam that. I want to jam that. That's it. We're good. We're good. Run! Yes! I think we've done it. Ooh, not sure if that's the proper way to do it, or if that's the only way to do it, but either way, we've done it. Let's grab our Tetris block. Tetris block of victory! Oh, Christ.
As is your purpose. But your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you, unless it is necessary.
Does that mean if I repeatedly fail, you'll give me a hint? I will take that as a yes. Alright then, well, yeah, well, fair enough, you let him. So yeah, nothing. Oh! Boulder Dash! Doesn't really matter though, because we've got the Tetris block anyway. I suppose I should really kill myself and then just... It's just shortcut back to the exit, but I'll try not to. Right, okay, so that's one extra sigil down then. Good stuff indeed. Right, okay, let's go and do the puzzle then that we ended up on and do that next. And then we'll have another exploration of this place. This place is quite big, and I can imagine that the more places we visit in future videos, the bigger they're going to get. So we'll see. Right, anyway, hall of windows, you say? Oh, I can definitely see some sort of window. Are there any proper obstacles? There doesn't seem to be any obstacles other than the force field things. The force field walls. That's fine. I can deal with that. I'd rather deal with just them than bloody floaty mine bomby things and Mr. Gatling cannon thingamajigs. Okay, so we want to take this jammer. We want to put it there. No, we can't do that. That's a purple one, not a blue one. Right, okay. So what I want to do is pop that one there and then go through here. Pick that one up and then pop that one there. And then pick that one up and go through the wall. I don't know why I'm speaking like some snake. Just am, I guess. Right, anyway, I'll stop doing that. I do apologise. Right, okay. Take it, we hit that one. It just seems too obvious, but sometimes the simplest solutions are the best ones, or the correct ones even, so we'll take it. Okay. Lovely architecture, by the way. It's like some sort of... I don't know what time era that is. Is it Greek? Is it Egyptian? Is it Roman? I'll assume it's Greek. It's really nice architecture. I like that. Really cool stuff. I'm not really appreciating much of the architecture around me, but I should do. But tonight I'm a little bit tired, a bit stressed. Not too stressed, but just a bit sort of out of it. But I wanted to do a video because I'm trying to get into the habit of doing one video a day. I know, I've said it before and I'll probably break that habit again. But you know. You know. I try. I'm trying my hardest. Ah, right. Okay, so it's actually quite a straightforward puzzle, but we've still only got 2 jammers. Right. I know how this works. Right, okay, so we take that one, jam that, then we take this one, and we've got to jam the far one. That's where we were going wrong. So if we walk over here, there we go, we've got to jam that one. There we go. And then we can pick this one up, and then jam that, and then that will take us to the Tetris block. I need to make use of my run button. I apologise. I'm not used to the fact that I have one. Secrets. I want secrets. I want extra stuff to contemplate. I want philosophies to debate, or question, or speak about. Nope. Darn. Well, I'm sure there'll be some more in the future. Right, let's grab our Tetris block. We have succeeded. Brilliant. So we have completed A. I believe that means this world is completed and we can go back. Not the world, but there's a gate, I reckon, that can help us out with that. I don't know, but either way, we've taken it, so that's good. Alright, cool. Right, so we won't go anywhere just yet. We want to get all the sigil blocks available here, or at least I want to anyway. So that's what we'll do. Right, okay, so let's... I don't know, I fancy doing some wandering. Let's have a wander around here for a bit. God, like I said, the graphics to this game and the setting and the scenery and the atmosphere is beautiful. I know I'm not really taking it in because I'm talking too much, but it is breathtaking. It's so lovely. I could be at peace here for a long time. It's lovely. Oh, I wouldn't say it's my idea of heaven, but if this was the only thing available for heaven, I'd take it. Preferably I'd like some ladies about for me to have a chat with and maybe go to bed with and stuff like that. But, you know, if this is all that was on offer, I'll take it. But ladies would be nice as an addition. But anyway, I digress. Again, if I miss any QR codes, please let me know and I will go back and find them, I promise. The only thing that still disturbs me and nobody else has commented on is the distortions to the reality, the occasional buzzing and hissing we hear and the occasional distortion of an object in front of us. That's weird, although that could be a representation of the corrupted library archives. As it mentions, there's like a huge amount of gigabytes worth of data that is corrupted. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Which implies that this simulation or place that we're at, if it's computer generated, which I'm going to hazard a guess that it is very, very old. I mean, not only does the library archive state it's very old, but yeah, obviously it is. But the fact it's a Greek setting is what intrigues me. Why is it a Greek setting? Why Greek? Was this built during the Greek era, or was it just somebody who built it many years ago thought Greek era would be a good idea to make a theme of, or make a setting of? I really don't know. Either way, it's beautiful though. I'm not complaining. Just curious, that's all. But then again, As they say, curiosity kills the cat. I'm not a cat, I don't have 9 lives, but, you know. One can hope. Right, anyway, let's have a look. If I did have 9 lives, I'd probably use most of them up, to be honest with you. Why am I still alive? I don't know. Oh yeah, to play games and have fun. Yes, that's what I'm here for. Right, okay then. So with that in mind, we need to press onwards. Now then, there was a terminal that we investigated last video, but I'm not sure if I actually did anything with it. Maybe I didn't. I think I said I'd go back to it. So we'll go back to it now since we're here. This is the terminal. Oh, it's a QR code. Did I grab that one? Or was that the one that I couldn't read? That's the one I can't read. Right, okay. Do you know what? I will. I'll get my phone out, see if I can find a QR reading app. I'll do it now, actually, since I can, because it's actually quite easy to do, really, if I can find an app that can read it quickly. But if I can, I will scan it, and I will let you know what it says. So I'll be back in a sec, hopefully, with this QR code scanned and translated. And when I press the right button. Ah, there we go. Right, unfortunately, I wasn't able to read the QR code on my phone. This is because my phone's camera broke about 6 months ago, and as a result the QR scanner that I've downloaded requires a decent camera to pick up the image, but because my phone's camera is broken, although it can still see things and take images, the lens is shattered and it can't focus on the image good enough to give me a translation. So sadly I cannot actually scan these QR codes myself. So I suppose the only way I can translate these is for you guys to do it for me and give me the message in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that. You don't have to if you don't want to, you're not compelled to, but if you could help me out with that, that would be great. I don't have access to another phone or a QR scanner device as of now, so I'll let you know if I do, but in the meantime I will need your help with this. So as I'm talking now, get your phones out, get a picture of that QR code, pause the video or whatever. I think this distance is about right, so have a go. If you can't do it, let me know and I'll get a zoomed in image or something, or if you can find the translation online and just, you know, give it to me that way instead of using the QR code, that would be fine. It's up to you. But any help on that would be appreciated. So, right, sorry about that, but I did try, but alas, my phone was broken. Right then, Big Brother is watching us. Part 2 of the certification program has now been generated. Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round. You will be presented with a series of statements. Please indicate your agreement where appropriate. Begin, why, or no. Oh, right, so Mr. Johnson. What? Since all human beings are persons, and some human beings have psychological capacities similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. No, I disagree. A person is under no authority other than to which they consent. Yeah, I agree. The quality of life of persons ought to be maximised. Not necessarily. Value is discovered. That's an interesting statement. Value is discovered. Usually I say value is perceived, so I'm not sure if discovered and perceived are the same thing. I suppose, yes, value is discovered, because if you discover value, be it you discover it yourself or somebody tells you about it or whatever's, then your perception will do the rest of the decision making for you. But without the discovery of the value in the first place, it wouldn't be value. So yeah, I agree with that. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. Yeah. The liberty of persons ought to be maximised. That's a very good question. Now, with an old friend of mine who I had to part ways with, although I'm hoping that we can see each other again in the not too distant future, but we'll see. Although I'm letting her decide on that one. I used to talk about this a lot, and still do, even without her. The liberty of persons ought to be maximised. In that, I believe that means the freedom of persons should be maximised. It depends on the statements and how you understand it. Or define it, I should say, but I'm hinting at that on this particular statement. It's saying that the freedoms of people should be allowed. The more freedoms you have, let's capitalise on that freedom. Or maximise, not capitalise, maximise just means that there should be more of them. And I do generally agree that yes, you should be not liberal as in you have to tolerate everyone, or liberal as in you have to put up with everything. I mean liberty as in you've got freedom to do what you want. That's how I define it. It could be that liberty has its own definition and I've completely misdefined it. If I have, my bad. But at least for now, my understanding of liberty is freedom of people, and I agree with that. I think you should be able to do whatever it is you want to do on this earth. It's truly because, you know, at the end of the day, what ruling power is over us apart from ourselves? Yes, there is a potential possibility of a god, but God, to me, at the very least, hasn't shown himself or herself or itself to me in a way where I can believe and put faith in him, her, it, or whatever. Not saying that I don't believe in God, just that I'm not persuaded by God. So therefore I feel that the only thing that bounds me is myself, which is a hard thing to defeat, or at least a hard thing to come to terms with and then work with. So it's, although the statement is quite idealistic in itself, what I'm trying to say is that yes, I agree. Why that took me so long to get to that point, I don't know. But it's just one of the statements where it sort of reflects one of my primary values as a human being. That's correct. Value is created. It can be created, definitely. You know, if you think or believe you've created value and somebody believes you, then you have created value. So, yeah. You receive a notification when your user profile has been generated. Thank you. Press any key to exit. I pressed the exit key, not the any key. I know, it's a long-listed joke. Terminating support session done. Resuming library archive session done. List. Search for locally cached resources. So we've got error log, which is temporary. Rep call the human machine, or EP arch ARG solutions. ARG solutions. I love it. Right, we'll go with the temp then. Cannot load archive. Right, more hexadecimal numbers there. That day I oft remember when from sleep I first awaked and found myself reposed, hexadecimal numbers, under a shade on flowers, much wondering where and what I was, whence thither brought and how, hexadecimal error, unknown error. Right, okay, what I'm going to do is... Oh, it's John Milton, I didn't realise that on the top right. Really? Milton? That's intriguing. Maybe it's an extract of a poem or something. Possible. Alright, well what I'll do is, by the end of this video, before I do the next part, I will take the hexadecimal messages by just rewatching the videos, and I'll put them in the hexadecimal converter that Will It Blend has given me a link to in the previous video's comment section. And I'll translate these, and I'll make a note of them, and then I'll reflect on them in the next video. So, that's cool. Right, human machine, now let's start this. Topic number 3. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being. But you were created in a lab. Are we talking test tube babies or something? I suppose you could argue that that is the perfect analogy of this. Well, I say perfect. An analogy at the very least. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are a regular human being like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How would you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? 1,500 to 2,000 words. The 26th is the final deadline. No extensions will be granted to submit by email or some more hexadecimal numbers. So this is some sort of essay question then, possibly for a university or something, I guess, on the topic of philosophy. That's pretty interesting. So I take it it's a figurative sort of statement, you know, a fictional scenario. But I say fictional, it's sort of like a hypothetical scenario. So does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Oh, in my opinion, yeah. Because, okay, you're a machine, but finding out you're a machine, well, it can influence you, such as Heisenberg's uncertainty principle in physics, where, you know, trying to measure a particle in a box, let's say an electron in a box, there's only one electron in a box, everything else is a vacuum within the box is closed tight, nothing else can get in, nothing else can get out, and all you want to do is measure the precise location of that electron or particle in the box. You can't do it to 100% accuracy, you can only do it to a very specific accuracy. After that, the actual feat of you measuring the position of that electron or particle actually interferes with its position. It's a quantum mechanical phenomenon. But that particular philosophy of measuring something actually interferes with the thing itself as you measure it, I believe is quite real. So being told you're a machine and created in a lab could change you if you want it to be. So does your concept of yourself change? Well, that depends on how you allow the whole concept to affect you. I mean, it would definitely make me go, oh, and make me fill with questions like, why was I created in a lab? Why am I a machine? Who created me? Etc. etc. And I probably would like to have the answers to those questions, but if I didn't, I'd be like, oh. And then I'd probably ask, well, what changes does that make now? How does that affect me now? And they say, well, you're a machine, that's it. It's up to you how it affects you. Then I'd be like, oh, well, okay. And I would probably, when it says, does your understanding of the world itself change? No, it wouldn't. Not at all. Because the world itself is what it is. The only understanding that would change is just, I am a machine. And why was I created? So I suppose in a way, to some extent, it would affect, actually, thinking about it, it would affect the understanding of the world. But not 100% of it, like it wouldn't turn it on its head, it would just affect like, oh, why was I created? As a localised thing, it wouldn't make me do a general reflection on the world as I know it. I'd just think, oh, in this particular instance, I didn't know that I was a machine created in a lab. Okay, I'd like to know why. Until I found out why, I suppose it wouldn't really change my understanding of the world, because my understanding of the world is that that could be possible. So, I don't know. Depends on what other answers I can get. Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? Why? I would reveal it to others. I'm too honest. I can't lie. I'm a terrible liar. So I would tell people about it. I would feel bad and guilty not telling someone about it, because if it does affect them by telling them, if they find out that I'm a machine and I didn't tell them that, then I've deceived them. That's wrong. Even if they don't care, I've still deceived them. After the deception, if they don't care and they say, oh, well, whatever, I understand, don't worry, I forgive you, then fair enough. But before that point, if that point comes across, you've still deceived someone. I don't like to deceive. I have deceived someone recently, which I'm very ashamed of, but I came clean in the end, and I'm going to have to carry that burden with me for the rest of my life. Well, I don't have to, but I choose to. So I feel bad about that. I didn't want to, but it just happened. So I'm not perfect myself. But I do like to tell the truth when I can. When I say I like to tell the truth, I mean I'd like to tell the truth. It doesn't always mean I do. But if I'm aware that I can lie, like if I have the choice to lie, then I usually choose no. But I'm human, so I can say that and say, oh, you sound like a very honest person. I could be lying right now. There you go. But anyway, yeah, there you go. So those are my answers to that. Right, sorry, I didn't mean for that to go so long and rambly, but I take it this is one of the main reasons why Metzander gifted me this game. It is definitely a rambly game, so be prepared for the long haul, kids. From Bob Ravoski to 108 recipients. Subject, Grrrg. All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these letter-day Gautamas, don't know, are at least being somewhat realistic. You know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they going to do? Shoot the poop out of everyone? Well, shoot, probably a swear word. Though I have to admit the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Well, at least he's honest and he's saying that it is affecting him. Anyway, the reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. A little bit crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do best on this planet. That's deep, and I like it. Very true. Right, okay, cool, excellent. Right, well that was interesting and very thought-provoking. Thank you, game. But it has slowed the pace of this game right down now. I do apologise, but it was going to happen at one point or another, so... Cool beans. Right, okay, so... I'm just sort of walking around the edges, really. I'm not really going on the insides. I suppose I just want to do the edges first, so I'm aware of everything. I mean, there was that hologrammatic image of a previous robot walking about. I don't know how important that is. It does have an identity, though. Maybe it does lead to a secret thing. I don't know. Maybe the text message thing we picked up was that robot person in the first place. I haven't cross-checked the names of the person who left the text message and or the robot. If you can. Probably. Anyway, we're not really getting anywhere, so right, we need to do another puzzle really. So, I can run. What am I? Why am I walking slowly? It's like, yeah, just take a casual stroll. Everything's chilled. Suicide mission. Is that really appropriate game? Nah, whatever. I'm just being a bit politically sensitive. Right. Anyway, doesn't mean I'm right then. Right, suicide mission. Suicide mission. That implies we're going to die. Or it implies we've got to turn on the Gatling cannon. The Gatling cannon is deactivated. There is a jammer here. Oh, it's interesting. Interesting! There'd be a robot. Why would I want to turn on the Gatling cannon? Well, there's the sigil. Why would I need to turn that on? Oh, to blow it up, maybe. Well, no, will the Gatling cannon blow that up? I'm thinking, like... Right, if I let that floaty mine thing go, I haven't got enough distance to get past it, have I? Because you look at it, even if it bounces here, I'm going to hit it. There is no way for me to get past that without blowing it up. So I'm going to assume that we've got to turn that on to blow up the mine thing. That would be my game plan. So maybe the best thing to do would be to jam this, then flick the lever so it's on, then unjam it, and then unjam that. And that's on. Oh! Oh! I don't know why that did that. I mean, I thought the Gatling cannon would shoot it, but maybe the mine thing detects movement and the Gatling cannon is moving from left to right. Maybe that's how it works, or maybe the infrared sensors just picked it up and I imagine that Gatling gun is giving off some sort of heat. It is electronic and metallic and full of electrical energy. I guess so. Alright, well, either way, puzzle solved, so good times. Yeah. I know, I'm aware these puzzles are simple. Oh, that's convenient. Oh, thank you, game. Like a shortcut. Brilliant. Alright, another puzzle solved then. Excellent. I'm just trying to remember how many sigils or Tetris blocks are there. There are only 3. There are. So we've got all the blocks. Right, so we can leave now. The question is, do we want to? That's a different robot. Can I interact with it? All I want to know is, can I interact with it? I don't think we can. Let's follow it though. Maybe it'll lead us to a QR code or something. Because the other one walked to the text message. Maybe this will lead something. It's got an identity. I haven't been up these stairs though. What are you gonna do? Oh, just disappear here. Right. Why would you do that? You're looking ahead. You looked ahead for a long time and then you disappeared. Why would you do that? I don't know. I don't get these recordings. They are confusing. Just because it's going... Well, the QR code's there, but... Oh, it's very confuzzled. There are so many things. The trouble is, these areas are big, and although we've done all the Tetris block puzzles, the problem is there's probably QR codes and secrets up the butt around here that we can go and discover. But at the same time, there's a lot of dead ends as well. Which doesn't really help things. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave. I am going to leave, and if there is anything extra I need to do here or I've missed, please let me know in the comment section, and I shall go back and find it. I want to find it, but I haven't got a lot of time, so time is against us. Let us binary our way back to the temple. Right, so that's number 2 done then. Super duper. So I take it we can go to number 3. Another go. Okay. Now the only thing I'm a bit curious about is, what's this A mean again? I've completely forgotten what the A is. Is that a portal around here that we can open up? What does the A mean? I swear to God I've seen it.
There are mysteries in my garden. hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
You mean that I can leave QR codes? Alright, I suppose that'd be pretty cool, but I don't really know what to say. I'm all boarded up. I take it we need to unlock one of those gadgets over there that might break it. I swear to God I've seen that A somewhere. Where was that A? I don't even know what that means. Is that it here? Is this it? Oh, it is! Oh, right, okay. Cool beans. Right, rotates. Yeah, we got it. These are pretty simple. I'm sure these are going to get a lot harder. Right, okay. And that leads to an elevator. Right, well, we're not going to go down there just yet. We've got other worlds to explore. So we'll go to World 3 then. I take it we won't be able to do all of these worlds per se. I bet we'll probably have to progress a bit further and then collect certain sigils and Tetris blocks, unlock certain things, then go back. I bet there's going to be a lot of backtracking. No, don't do the binary thing. Right. Okay, there's another terminal here, so we'll have a look at old library session terminal thing. Okay, AI feedback. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. Are you referring to artificial intelligence as in artificial intelligence or the film? Because the film wasn't very good. I didn't like the film. Perhaps really you should be perceiving as to whether we should have AI the film or no AI the film. Personally, I think no AI the film would be better, but then again, if you haven't watched it, then you kind of already live in that world anyway, so really that would be an arduous question. So I take it you mean actual artificial intelligence. But whatever, I digress. What would it be like to be that creature, to suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment, to have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning? Beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. That's a very good point. I like that. So basically they're saying, yeah, you create artificial intelligence, what would it be like from their perspective? Like, they know exactly what they're capable of, they know everything they need to know. How would they perceive the world, themselves, and everything else? The problem is with that is artificial intelligence implies it can get smarter, because if you're intelligent, it means you can observe things and get new information from your observations, and therefore add to your ideas, evolve your knowledge, evolve your understanding and your perceptions and things. So I imagine that initially they probably might be a bit hostile, perhaps, or resentful, but then again, we don't know. They're artificial intelligence. It completely depends on them, how the components that make them, like genetics, I suppose, genes and DNA and what have you. You know, we're all made of the same chemicals, but we're all rearranged in different ways to make ourselves relatively different. I mean, okay, we're all human beings, we've all got some similarities and commonalities, but we're still individual beings with differences in our appearances, our perceptions, our looks and what have you. I don't know. Probably similar to us, I'd imagine. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction. That's why I almost gave up on my studies. Yeah, that is a bit odd. Team leads. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project, but we've got to make sure everyone else is on the same page. Please refer to the following people when hexadecimal numbers. Alexandra Drennan, Project Lead AI Module. Oh! AI Module? What does that mean? Does that mean Alexandra Drennan's the AI, or just... I don't know, could be, because that was quite a philosophical question that Alexandra did say in the previous thing. Nadia Sarabhai, we've seen a few reports of his or hers. Institute Coordinator. Rob McLean, I think we've seen them as well, EL Software. Trevor Donovan, EL Hardware. George Jameson, Generation Module. Alan Jameson, Scenario Module. Bob Rogowski, Simulation Module. Radia Brimcott, Corrupted. Aurora Kavlin, Link Hardware. Omar Gabrib, Link Software. Corrupted Lanning, Maintenance Module. J. Harrison, Diagnostic, Corrupted. Frank Nagati, memory module. Jared V. Shimlev, file corrupted. Sun Wei Yang, Talos unit, formerly Soma. Formerly Soma? This game came out before Soma, didn't it? That's made me think. Maybe a coincidence, or maybe they were in contact with Frictional Games, I don't know. My head scratches. Though not direct... This isn't the Ark, is it? This is a very similar setup to Soma, I've just realised. What? Though not directly part of our project, the Archive team is sharing both physical and digital space with us. This is the Ark project! If there are any technical issues to resolve, please contact their project lead, Arkady Trinitsky. Don't worry, he's nice. That's the Ark project. Straton of Stagaria, 311-24 BC, was a Greek materialistic philosopher associated with the peripatetic, I can't pronounce that word, school. An admirer of Aristotle, he was a proponent of empiricism, that word, and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner, his commentaries on Aristotle were considered an important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. This game is Soma. This is the Ark project gone wrong, or the Ark project in its alpha, beta stages, or whatever. Right, okay, I'm going to end the video here. We have discovered some things, and in the next video we shall continue to discover more things in terms of more Tetris blocks to get, QR codes, etc., and more library archives. This is a very interesting world. I'm not fully understanding it, but yeah, that there, I don't know if that's the mother of all coincidences, or whether the Crow team actually had words for Frictional Games, because that's interesting. I could be just interpreting it completely wrongly, but what do you girls think about that? I don't know. We'll see. And I like the fact that you can see like a partial reflection in the screen of the world. You just can't see our face, sadly. But I'm not complaining. It's still a cool effect. Anyway, can I say thank you for... We're vampires. We're a vampire robot. Look, we have no legs. Vampire robot, able to walk in the sun, but not survive on blood. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, sorry, tangent. Right, so can I say thank you very much for watching. If you have done, please take it easy. Have a good one. I hope you're all well. And I hope to see you in the next video. And again, please leave your ideas, comments, help, support, anything you like in the comments below. Have a good one, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the next one. When I press the right button, because I've changed F10 to F9 for fraps. Sorry.